Hey guys, what's up? It's Oliver here. I have a new setup as I have a new microphone so I can move further away from the camera, so I hope you guys will enjoy that. I also received some feedback that I should talk way slower because I always go so fast, so let's slow down just a little bit and create better content because that is what it's all about. Today I want to talk with you about documenting your journey. I think as an entrepreneur it's super important to document every step of the adventure, of the journey that you take, because in a few years when you will be more successful, grown a bigger business, when you have more skills, you just want to look back at all that documentation and see how you've grown as a person, and also to become a bit more nostalgic about all the things that you've done. I'm experimenting with documenting my journey because I make YouTube content and that's something new that I do, but I just really enjoy looking back at all those other videos that I made already. It's only been a few months, but you see the quality jump every single time, and I really find it amazing to see how fast you learn. And by documenting this journey and by uploading all the content that I made already, even the bad content, I can look back at how far I've come so far in this really short journey. So imagine what this channel will be like in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years from now. Documenting your journey is really important just to see all the small steps that you've taken. So how can we actually do that? Let's dive straight in. So I really hope you enjoyed the new audio quality thanks to the mic. I bought the Lavalier Go and I have it attached to a wireless lavalier so I can be really far away from my camera. It's all the way in the back and I have a bit of a zoom lens on me to create a blurry background of still being in my bedroom at home right now. So I don't have a professional YouTube studio, but you got to start somewhere by documenting your journey. So a few methods that I'm trying to do is, first of all, right when I started with our business, which is called Creatix, a marketing agency, I thought I should really create a Facebook page and I should post a lot of pictures. I had something in my mind that I could use it for later and it would be fun to look back at. So 5 years ago when we started our business, I also created a Facebook page for Creatix, and there's a bunch of pictures in there with our first office, which is like the kitchen table at this house downstairs. And it's really fun to look back at that, because imagine if I didn't have those pictures. I would have all the memories, but there's no visual indication of how that period was, how we felt, how we looked, and it's so fun to look back at that. So the first step of documenting your journey is to use a social media platform to actually document it and to have other people follow your journey and follow your adventure, because they find it really nice to see how far you've come and how the adventure has changed over the past few years. I always notice when I post something on our Facebook page or on LinkedIn and it's kind of like a progress picture, like what we were before and what we are right now, those posts always work really great. They get a lot of engagement because people just love looking at old content and see how you've progressed as a business or as a person. So the first strategy that you should use to document your journey is use a social media platform where you can just share written content, where you can share pictures, easy stuff that you can document. You shouldn't always start with YouTube videos or writing a book, for example. You could start way smaller just by creating a Facebook page, an Instagram page, whatever social network that you like, and post your content there. So I recently picked up a new way to document my journey and to be a little bit more mindful in life, and that is bullet journaling. So I bought this really nice book, The Bullet Journal Method. It's by writer Carol. I have no idea who he or she is, but I read the book and I was really into the whole methodology of creating a bullet journal, because our lives have become so digital, and there's nothing wrong with digital, but I just noticed that all the single emails, WhatsApp messengers, all the little messages you get throughout the day, LinkedIn messages, text messages, calls, they're all digital. They're all stored on your smartphone, but there is no way to get the thoughts from all those digital points of contact out of your head. And that's something that I really struggled with, because I get so many messages each day and so many emails, so many requests. People talk to me face to face and I had no way to put it somewhere. I tried taking notes on my computer, but it was really disorganized and I couldn't find anything yet. I tried a lot of productivity apps. I tried Notion, I tried Todoist, I tried a bunch of different apps and they didn't really work for me. So what was left? A physical notebook. So I bought a notebook and I bought a pen. And that's all I'm doing right now. I created a small productivity system right inside my notebooks where I just log every day things that I think about, things that I've discussed with my team, with my friends, all the small things that I should remember but that I actually forget, because you just forget a lot of things when you keep them in your mind, when you don't save those memories somewhere on a paper, for example. So I started bullet journaling, and it's been crazy. It's only been a few days since I started using it, but it's always really nice to just reflect on your day. So what I just do is every single day I create a new page, I put in the date, I put in the day of the year, and all that I do is write down everything that happened. The book explains how you should use a bullet journal, but I just list down tasks with a really small black dot, and if I do them, I put a cross over the dot, and it feels insanely satisfying to cross off that dot. I never had that feeling with a digital platform to track my productivity. And if there's an event, I just make a circle and I write some keywords about the event, something that happened. For example, I went to play squash with my girlfriend and I was way too competitive because I usually play with another friend and we go really hard, and with my girlfriend I should have just focused on the fun aspect of it, but I got so competitive that it wasn't fun anymore. I went way too hard and I recognized a problem. She told me that I shouldn't be that competitive, and before I would just try to remember it, but maybe I would have forgotten it the next time. So what I did now is I wrote it down in my notebook, in my bullet journal, and the next time that I go squashing, I will remember I wrote it down there. I will look at my notes from the previous squash session, and I will know that I don't need to be so competitive anymore. So it's a really nice way to just track all the things that are in your mind right now and that you just need to get out of your head. Because I noticed once I write it down, it's kind of out of my head and my head clears. I look at my head like RAM memory in a computer. Once it's full, it can't operate anymore. So sometimes you just have to clear it, close some programs down, and you can start fresh. And it's the same way for me with bullet journaling. My head was always full of things. My RAM memory in my head was just insanely filled up. So by writing it down, I clear a bit of space and I can think about new things and I have new ideas, and my creativity and my productivity has skyrocketed thanks to bullet journaling. So that's another method of tracking your journey or documenting your adventure. By writing it all down in a notebook, it's going to be really fun to look back at your old notebooks, because once you do the bullet journal method right, you will fill out about 3 to 4 notebooks each year. So you will have a stack of papers to go through. And because I'm only 24 years old and I have done a lot of writing when I was back in high school, it just feels great to go back to that. I mean, I love digital and I love everything that is happening online, but sometimes you just need an offline physical method to track your stuff, because once you write it down, it's out of your head, and I never had that experience with online tools. So it's a great way to start documenting your progress. And lastly, you could pull it to the next level and just create a YouTube channel like I did. I suck at YouTube content, and that doesn't matter. I keep improving every single step of the way. When you look at my previous videos, the light was really bad and it's still not fixed because I'm still in my room, and right now it's 11 p.m. recording this video because I had a busy day. So I kind of have to take the moments that I have some free time to create this content. But it's great to see the progress, and now that I have new audio, and I really hope it's good, because otherwise all these investments will a lot to nothing. But let's hope the audio is really good, then you can see a progress there. And I just love documenting my journey this way, because there's actually video content. You can see me talking, you can see me improving my English, because that still isn't great either. So I just try to improve every single step, and it's so fun to look back at that. Back when I was doing YouTube when I was 16 years old, it's crazy to see all those videos, because in the first few videos that I made, my voice wasn't even mature. It was a really high squeaky voice. And it's so fun to look back at that, because I was like, hey, that was me as a person too. And then a year later, in like 30 videos later, you can actually hear my voice going way lower. And it's so fun to just see that progress. So I really think documenting your journey in a video format is really great. Look at it like a diary that you're talking to, and then publishing it online and let other people read it or hear about it. I just think it's a fun way to see how you evolve as a person. Documenting your progress is really important as an entrepreneur, because you're going to be really sad if you haven't done it and you're 5 years into your journey and you just want to look back at how you did it before. So write everything down, record a video, buy a bullet journal, do whatever you like, but try to document your progress in a way, because you will regret it if you don't do it. I hope you enjoyed this content. Let me know if you like the more slowed down format a little bit more. It's whatever you guys prefer, and I love to talk this way too. My mind just clicks into high performance mode, but it isn't always the best way to transfer ideas to somebody else, so let me know what you think. like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. As you can see, I'm a regular uploader, I don't lie and I don't disappear for 4 months, so let me know, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment below, I really appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.